Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So in the previous videos I've been getting a lot of comments and people have been showing a lot of interest in different type of scholarships, and I already have a GKS playlist on my channel where you can find a lot of videos related to the GKS scholarship, and for the future applications too I'll be making more videos. But then I was wondering that I'll start a new series where we'll be choosing one university of South Korea and we'll talking about the scholarships they offer for both undergraduates and graduate students. So let's see how many universities we can cover, and I'll be focusing more on the most best or the best scholarships they will be offering. So let's get into the first university we'll be talking about today. So the first university we'll be covering is obviously Seoul National University, SNU, and the type of scholarships they offer. And like I said, I'll be talking about both scholarships for undergraduates as well as graduates. So first I'll be talking about undergraduate scholarships. So if you're a graduate student, you can skip to the part where graduate details will be mentioned later in the video. So the best and the only scholarship that I found for undergraduate is the Global Hope Scholarship. Now, Global Hope Scholarship is a scholarship which is offered by the Samson Global Foundation. But one of the things that you need to keep in mind about Global Hope Scholarship is that you can only apply for the scholarship once you're already admitted to the university. So you have to apply to SNU for the major that you want to apply to. You need to get admission, and once you are already admitted, then you can apply for the scholarship, because these are in-university scholarships. And the application period for Global Hope Scholarship usually is around July for the fall semester, and around January for the spring semester. So both like July and January, by that time the results are already out for the admission process, right? That is why I'm saying you can only apply for this scholarship if you are already admitted to the university and your program. Now, as far as the number of scholars accepted for this scholarship is concerned, it depends. It changes every semester, it changes every year, depending on the needs of the Global Dream Foundation. So depending on that, it can change. As far as the amount is concerned, that can also change, but usually it covers the entire tuition fee. And I think they also give around 600,000 stipend for living expenses every month. And the duration is basically for 8 semesters for undergraduates. Similarly, it can be for 4 semesters for graduates. Now, Global Hope Scholarship, like I mentioned, is for undergraduates, but the same scholarship is also available for graduate students, and everything is entirely the same. The application period is the same. The number, nobody knows because it depends and changes every semester. And yeah, so that was it about this scholarship. And as you can see in the screenshot that I've already shown before in that image, and if you need more details, obviously I'll be showing you the link through an image, and you can visit that website and check more details there. Now let's talk about graduate scholarships. So I found 3 very good graduate scholarships offered by SNU. There are more, but a lot of them are very specific to particular countries, so I'm not covering all of them. Like I said, I will be telling you the website, the link. I will be showing you the link, so you can just visit the link and check out all the scholarships they offer. But I just shortlisted 3 of them which I considered would be really good to be discussed. So the first one is the SNU Global Scholarship number 1 and number 2. So SNU Global Scholarship 1 and 2, both of them kind of have the same, everything is the same except for the amount it covers. So let's talk about the application period. Now, as far as the application period is concerned, it's kind of same as the Samson Global Hope Scholarship that we talked about. To apply for the Samson Global Scholarship number 1 and number 2, you have to first get admitted in the university. So you apply to the university during the designated application period. You submit your application, you basically get admitted. Once you're admitted, you can apply for this scholarship. And the application period is around June for the fall semester and December for the spring semester. So by that time, you should already be aware of your results. And if you're already accepted, then you can go ahead and apply. Now, as far as the number of students are concerned, they usually select 60 students for this scholarship. And the amount they cover is basically tuition. So it covers the entire tuition of the study, and it also gives 1 million stipend to every student per month for that entire semester. Now, if you want to renew your scholarship, then you have to perform at a certain level every semester and then can reapply for the scholarship to renew the scholarship and continue receiving the support in the next semester. And this can go on for, I think, 4 semesters until your master is completed. The difference between SNU Global Scholarship number 1 and number 2 is that Number 2 scholarship only covers your tuition and there is no living expense provided. So number 1 has tuition plus 1 million living expense, but the number 2 scholarship only has tuition support. And like I said, you can only apply for the scholarship if you're already accepted. Now there is also one thing, if you're a new student, for example, and you got accepted for your major and you also got accepted for SNU Global Scholarship number 1. In that case, the university will also give you airfare for you to come from for you to fly from your country to Korea. So it's just I think it's an economy seat airfare which is given to students, newly accepted students. But if you're current students, obviously there's no need for that, so they don't cover that. And this is only for SNU Global Scholarship number 1. Like I said, number 2 only gives you tuition support and there is no stipend or airfare provided for newly accepted students. Now let's move on to the next one. So the next one is called GSFS, which means Graduate Scholarship for Excellent Foreign Students. And the application period for this scholarship is, you can apply in both application time frame, which is you can apply during the fall or you can apply during the spring. And for this scholarship, you don't have to wait for to get your results before you can apply. So when you are applying for admission to SNU for any graduate program, during the admission application, there is an option which pops up. So basically the option is I think something's going to be like, do you want to apply for GSFS? And you just need to select that option yes or no, depending on whether you want to apply or not. And similarly, your admission application will also be automatically considered for that scholarship. The eligibility, and so you have to make sure of your eligibility. So this scholarship is basically for East, Southeast and Central Asian countries. So any country which falls in the East of Asia, Southeast of Asia and the central part of Asia, all the applicants from those countries can apply for this scholarship. Like I said, the application time frame is the same as the admission application. So you don't have to wait to get admitted to apply for this scholarship. And the number of scholars are usually 20. So there are 20 scholars who are selected, and these 20 scholars are divided among all the graduate programs. So some graduate programs might not even accept anybody. Some graduate programs might accept one or more than one. So it's completely indecisive. Nobody knows about it. As far as the amount is concerned, this scholarship is again a full tuition scholarship, so it will cover the entire tuition for 4 semesters. And there is a living expense, like a subsidy they provide of 500,000, that is 0.5 million every month until you complete your studies. So that was it about GSFS. Let's move on to the next one. So the last scholarship that we'll be talking about is called the Silk Road Scholarship, and it is, I think, one of the most competitive scholarships as well because there are very few seats available. Also, one thing to note is that Silk Road Scholarship is only for countries the countries which lie around the Silk Road. So Silk Road is a very famous road which was used for the export and import of silk, basically. So you need to see if your country falls in that Silk Road region, and if your country falls in that region, you can apply for this scholarship. The eligibility is that only applicants who are applying for humanities or social sciences major can apply for this scholarship. So if you are going for a STEM field like science, technology, engineering or mathematics field, you cannot sadly apply for this scholarship. So make sure of that. As far as the application is concerned, the application is also at the same time as your admission application, but the document requirement depends. So when you are applying for admission, as compared to the GSFS scholarship where you were just selecting the option during your admission application, for Silk Road scholarships, the guidelines are released every fall semester. I think it's fall semester. So every fall semester guidelines are released, and in the guidelines, the documents will be mentioned. So you'll have to prepare those documents separately during the admission application period and send it to the Office of International Affairs if you are a new student. And if you're a current student, you have to, I think, send it to your department. But since all of you will be new students, so you have to send it to the Office of International Affairs. Now, Silk Road Scholarship, you can only apply for this scholarship during the fall semester. So this scholarship is not offered during spring semester. So you only have one chance. Also, the number of scholarships are only 5. So they only select 5 students. So there are no more seats. As far as the amount, it's again a full tuition scholarship. So it covers entire tuition. You get allowance of 600,000, which is like your monthly subsidy for your living expenses. So it's 600,000 every month until you complete your master's, or until you complete your graduate studies. They also provide Korean language training program, and they cover the fees for that. So it's around, I think, 10 weeks or something. And they also provide airfare to newly accepted students to fly from their country to Korea. So this is what all this covers. Yeah, so that was it all about the scholarships that are offered by Seoul National University. I'll quickly summarize everything. So the first thing we talked about was undergraduate scholarship. That was Global Hope Scholarship, which is offered by Samsung Dream Foundation. You can only apply for the scholarship if you're already accepted by the university, and both graduates and undergraduate students can apply for the scholarship. The amount is it covers full tuition, and there is a subsidy that they provide of 600,000 every month. So you have to first get accepted, and then you can apply in July for fall semester and in January for spring semester. And then we moved on with the graduate scholarship. So the first one we talked about was SNU Global Scholarship 1 and 2. The only difference between 1 and 2 is that 1 is a full tuition plus the subsidy or the allowance that you get, but Global Scholarship number 2 is which only covers your full tuition. Then we talked about GSFS, and students can apply in both spring and fall for this, and the application period is again the same as the admission application period. So basically you just choose that you want to apply for this scholarship in your admission application, and that's it. Lastly, we talked about the Silk Road Scholarship, and students can only apply for this scholarship during the fall semester, and you have to prepare documents depending on what the Office of International Affairs is asking for, and send them the documents separately. And you only have 5 seats, so it's highly competitive. And yeah, so there were like a lot of other things we discussed as well. So it's best if you visit the website. I will paste the link in my description box below. It's, I think, it's oia.snu.ac.kr/scholarships. So you can visit the website and you can check each and every scholarship. All the details are in English, so it's easy to navigate. So check the details, check the eligibility criteria, check the deadlines and the application period. And yeah, all the very best for your applications. And if you plan to apply for the scholarship, all the very best for that too. If you have any questions regarding these scholarships or anything related to scholarship, you can comment down below and I'll reply as soon as I can. And yeah, that was it for today's video. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do subscribe. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below what other universities you would like me to cover. Until I see you again, bye-bye.